by fans for. My name is Dave O, and joining me on the show today we have Kunle, Gav, Cyril, and Nigel. Lads, welcome. How are we?
Well, I'm feeling happy, but I'm not allowed to be too happy, apparently. So I want you to be able to explain that to me in a bit. Why am I not allowed to be happy? The celebration police. I remember when Liverpool was doing that, certain man was like, I'm just saying. But over to you guys.
Okay, well, starting off the show today, I just want to go through the results from the weekend, and then we'll get straight into the nitty gritty of the weekend's action. So on Saturday, we had Chelsea beating Fulham 2-0 at home. Controversially, Fulham had a goal disallowed by VAR that would have put them 1-0 up. Chelsea win that 2-0. Man United beat Burnley just beat Burnley 3-2 at Old Trafford. Sunderland beat Brentford 2-1 at the Stadium of Light. Tottenham unveiled Xavi Simons and then proceeded to lose to Bournemouth 1-0 at White Hart Lane. Wolves lost at home to Everton 3-2. Leeds drew 0-0 at home with Newcastle. Brighton today beat Manchester City 2-1, coming from a goal down. City looking shaky, like I predicted. Nottingham Forest lost at home 3-0 to West Ham, surprisingly. I think the writing is on the wall there for Nuno, considering being sacked during the international break. And Liverpool beat Arsenal 1-0 at Anfield. And the final game of the weekend, currently being played, sees Aston Villa at home to Crystal Palace. Last I checked, Crystal Palace were leading 1-0. So let's get straight into it. Lads, before I throw over to you guys, I just want to get something off my chest with today's result. Losing to Liverpool is never an embarrassing thing. They are the champions, they are the best team in England. Okay. However, there's ways to lose, and what pisses me off, and excuse the language, what pisses me off with today's result is how we lost. Okay, we looked toothless, we looked bereft of ideas. I called Arteta starting a midfield of Marino, Zubimendi, and Rice. Lo and behold, that's exactly what he did. It sends out the wrong message straight away to be playing effectively three DMs. Where's the creativity coming from? And Kunle, credit to you because you messaged that in the group, in the WhatsApp group that we're in. Where's the creativity coming from? And that's exactly how it played out. We looked so bereft of ideas. Liverpool have been leaking goals this season. Okay? They conceded two at home to Bournemouth. They conceded 2 to 10-man Newcastle. Now, not to be an arrogant Arsenal fan, but I feel confident enough to sit here and say that Arsenal are better sides than Bournemouth and Newcastle. Yet those two sides showed more attacking intent against this Liverpool team. It's like we came there to get a 0-0 draw and scrape it a 1-0 win late in the game. Okay. We looked absolutely shocking and diabolical. And what is leaving me frustrated is that we have now opened ourselves up to this narrative, which has already started by Gary Neville, by the way, of Arsenal don't have the mentality to go and win the big games, and as such, they're not going to win the big prizes. And we now go into an international break, 2 weeks away, where you just know this is going to be spoken about, and we now have a very long 2 weeks to try and rectify this performance. I am absolutely pissed, and I'm not about to start shouting Arteta in, Arteta out. I'm not about to do that. However, we need better than this. Gav, I'm going to come to you first on this. Give me your thoughts on what you witnessed today.
Um, I don't feel as passionate about it as you do, but a lot of what you're saying is true. It's it's a jarring loss, and the reason I say it's a jarring loss is because I don't think Arteta learns anything from the loss. And what I mean by that is that if we got peppered, sitting back, not trying to win, essentially, then obviously it'd have been a bit of it'd have rattled his cage a bit. But truth be told, it's the width of a post away from looking from his perspective, borderline genius, because he would have been happy leaving there with a 0-0. I think most of us would have taken a draw in the first minute, to be fair. And I think that's what Arteta played for. It's annoying because we've had an amazing summer, in my opinion. We brought some amazing attacking players, the likes of Eze, Gyökeres still not getting used as he should be. I think Madueke had a good game. I think a lot of people are going to end up putting a bit of respect on his name as the season goes on. But yeah, we just didn't go for it until they scored, and then we started going for it, which is annoying. Like, why didn't we do it? If we did that at halftime, I'm in another WhatsApp group with a couple guys, and one of them said he's a Liverpool fan, a level-headed Liverpool fan. I'll give him respect to his due. He said we look good, arguably the better team. We just need to do the substitutions that he did. He said at halftime, bring on Eze, bring on Odegaard, and we might be onto something. I said it's not going to happen. I said earliest they'll come on his 60th minute because I know Arteta. 67th, 68th minute, I think he made the substitutions. By then it's probably too late. And yeah, credit to Liverpool. A win's a win. 3 points in the bag. I'm glad it's still August. It's a long season, and we go again at the carpet. We have to beat them at Emirates now. There's none of this trying to play for a draw. We have to beat them at Emirates. And for me, I said out of the first 6 games, we need 15 points. So I need 3 more wins out of these lot when we come back from this international break to be in a comfortable position from what I was saying at the beginning of the season.
I mean, you say we need 3 more wins, but have you seen what our next 3 games are? We've got Newcastle away, Man City, and we've got Forest at home next.
Bro, if we want to win the league, we need to win these games. If we won today, if Anfield was the last one and we lost today to, say, City, we'd have to go to Anfield and win. And the thing with Arsenal fans, yeah, I will say, be pissed, be angry and all the rest of it, but we're pissed we didn't beat Liverpool at Anfield. Like, that's not a terrible position to be in. There's a lot of teams out there that can't have that sort of chest. So I'm pissed. I'm annoyed, especially the way we lost, because they weren't great. I don't think Liverpool were great. I still don't think they're great. You don't know what I think about Liverpool this season. There's nothing I saw today to make me change my mind other than an amazing free kick. Everyone talks about set piece FC, blah, 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 blah. Cool. We lost to a set piece. At the end of the day, that's the long and short of it. If we had won by a corner, we wouldn't be getting any credit. If we won with a free kick, we wouldn't be getting any credit for it. So I'm not gonna beat the team up. I'm not gonna crash out or anything. We should have won. We should have gone for it. We have the players in the locker to do it. One more thing, I don't think it was the stage for Dowman either. I think that was a bit of a rookie mistake from Arteta.
What would you have done instead?
I'd have put Ethan on. I'd have stuck Ethan on instead. Same substitution, just wrong personnel. Personally, just some fresh legs. The kid's young. He's Dowman. He's a year or 2 older than my son, bro. Like, he's a kid playing against grown men. I think he let Kirkes off a bit for the last however many minutes Dowman was on for. I think Ethan would have given him a bit more of a headache. If you are gonna take Noni off when you did. But yeah, we go again. We go into the international break. It's 3 games in. I ain't getting triggered into thinking.
Kunle, I'm going to bring you in. While you're in, we've got John backstage waiting to join. I will bring him in. And then once John has said what he's had to say, we'll let the resident United fans come and chat what they want to chat, because I can see them chomping at the bit. Kunle, give us your thoughts on the game, and then we'll let John go.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not angry. I'm not saying I'm angry at the team and like, oh my god. I'm more disappointed with the manager. When that team lineup came out, you saw what I messaged in the group first. Then I said we have all our 10s on the bench. Why? It's me. As soon as I saw that, straight away you've said to everyone, I'm gonna just hang in there for the first half or whatever it is, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. And that just seems to be the sort of the foundation of his tenure. Ever since we lost to City, when we just sort of crumbled at the end, he's just gone ultra risk adverse. And Henry said it once when he was analysing Arsenal, and he said his whole game plan seems to be he's trying not to lose. He's not trying to win. And I thought this game epitomised that to a T. Because I don't understand. As soon as if Odegaard's not fit, just play Eze. It's not that Eze needs time to adjust. It's not like he hasn't been playing. He's match fit. He's ready to go. Just play him. But he's so worried about the structure. This person won't move into this part. This part won't move into. just you can't sign all these attackers and not allow them to play. Doesn't make sense to me. And even if his game plan was to contain, which we did in the first half, second half, switch it up, time to go for it. So for him not to make a substitution to the 70th minute, that just made no sense to me. And someone in one of our other groups that I think you're in, someone asked me, do you think Arsenal will win the league? And I said, we have the squad to win the league. I'm just worried about the manager. And today's game showed me why. Well, showed anyone who was thinking, why am I worried? This is why I'm worried. Because he goes to big games and his first thought is, I just don't want to lose. That for me, that can't be, because you can't rely. Our defense is good, but you cannot rely on that defense to keep you for 90 minutes. That's impossible. At some point, you have to switch it up and go for it. And the way we're playing as well, it's starting to make Gyökeres look like some B-Tech Haaland or something, just trying to fight people. But that's never been his game. If you've spent this amount of money to get him in, I'm sure they've done videos on his game, analyzed his game. That's not his game. And I see him make runs, but we always recycle the ball, recycle. Raya gets more touches than he does. That makes no sense to me.
Man.
Just to hear that. I think there was a point where we had the throw in near Liverpool's box. Somehow he ended up back at Raya's feet. Why?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm disappointed with the result. Obviously, I always thought it was either going to be a mistake or Worldy that was going to win that game, and a Worldy was what we saw, because I think overall both defenses sort of cancelled each other out. The attackers were like, because everyone's judging Gyökeres on this performance, but if that's the same, then Itakike, we can judge him on that, because he was also null and void, because defenses were on top of each other. So,
question, Kunle, do you think? I agree. I completely agree with you. I had a conversation with a friend of mine earlier today. When we lost the league, I can't remember which season it was, but when we lost the league to City,
I think when we were on top for 200 and whatever days, and
something changed in Arteta, and I don't know. I feel like he's coach. What I'm trying to get at is it as much the players as Arteta at this point? Because as a professional, if I'm Saka, for instance, he didn't play today, but if I'm Saka and I'm trying to win the league and do all these bits for my club, my boyhood club, I'm doing what I want to do. Like, I'm going to be Cole. Like, there's got to be a Cole Palmer. So
you say
his DNA now.
I get that, but I think it's Arteta. You see him on the sidelines. He's literally, as players are running, he's almost running on the pitch himself. He so wants to be involved. He so wants to have that control. Even when the ball comes over to the other side, you can see him. He's doing this and doing this. It's like, sometimes just relax. He made Rod for his own back then, because I think it's more Arteta, because you don't forget, you have to think of the switch. Remember how we used to play when teams actually were scared, when people used to come Emirates, within 20 minutes, if you didn't, you could be 300-0 down and game's done. And then he just switched to this ultra control, pass, side, formation. And I just feel that's ever been my biggest worry about, because no one can question the window we've had. No one can say we ain't got the squad. It's just the manager and how he utilizes these players. Because for me, it was a shock to see. Odegaard's not fit. Fine. That's why you bought Eze. Use him. And Eze has always had good games at Anfield for Palace.
He did bits when he did a couple bits.
He came on and he started driving, started carrying the ball. That's what you bought him for. So, I mean, the writing for me, the writing was on the wall from the minute I saw the team sheet. Rice, Marino, and Zubimendi, 3 DMs. That just makes no sense. And unfortunately, it took a worldie to separate us. But I'm not disappointed by the team. We're going to be thereabouts again. But this is where the difference between, I think, the Arnie Slot and the Arteta. Arnie Slot wants to win, and he will risk it. He will take that risk if he has to. But Arteta, if it's 2-2, let's take the point. And I said that even when I saw the team, I said Liverpool are there to be got at. You still respect Liverpool, but we have the players now. That's why we did what we did this summer, to build this team. So use it. It's basically like Arteta's been given the keys to Ferrari. And he's gone on the motorway and he's driven at 30 miles an hour all the way to his destination. That's how I see it.
Handbrake FC is
It's ham, yeah.
I've been describing us as recently. I'm not sure where John is, but looks like
He's
he's having technical
struggling to
difficulties.
get on.
So yeah, Cyril, Nigel, let's bring you guys in, man. Like Cyril, you first, man. Give us your thoughts, man, and then like the floor is yours. Go on.
I think even as a United fan, I would have loved to have seen Arsenal go for that game, like actually go for that game. And to be fair, everyone knows it. Like the manager is the one that determines how everything runs. So the other day when we're playing Fulham and Amarim did his changes, it sends a message to everyone on the pitch, whether it's on United or it's for the other team. So at the start of the game, that message was already sent. And so obviously it was funny watching some of these Arsenal fans saying his second half is going to change. And it didn't change till 70th minute, you know. And the reality of it is that they hoped for a draw, like when it almost reminded me of when they go to like City, you know, and they want to just be able to just get that draw. There was a time, I think it was around the 50th minute or something like that, or maybe the 56th minute or something like that. And the whole team was, you know, in their half, like as if it was 10 men down. And again, it is what it is, but I'm like, that's just shocking for me, knowing that Arsenal have what they actually have. And especially with, you know, Mr. Cameron talking about how Liverpool's defense is da. And then we didn't see them do nothing with their defense, with their attack today. That was interesting. And then Martinelli, sorry, I got to point him out specifically. Again, I'm a fan of football. I wanted to punch him when he didn't send that ball through to Gyökeres, because it just reminded me of, you know, what's his name? It kind of slightly reminds me of Garnacho. Sometimes when, you know, it should pass, he shoots, but sometimes when it should shoot, it passes or whatever. He kind of reminds me a little bit of him, you know, sometimes playing for United. So that annoyance when he didn't make that ball, you know, when Gyökeres was making that run, that annoyed me. But end of the day, it was a loss, and so take the L. And just the final point before I get off, of all the talk that people didn't chat about United and about, you know, Arsenal or whatever, you're only 2 points ahead. But keep it moving anyway. Over to you, Nige.
Oh, that is just a ridiculous thing to say, man. We're three games in, and you're talking about. You know, we dealt with this last week. Nigel, go ahead. But we dealt with this last week.
We're 3 games in now. So when you're not talking the quality talking about United, we're only 3 games in though, yeah? Can I say the same thing to you then, yeah? We talk about Fulham, we talk about whatever. Burnley, we're 3 games in, yeah? Is this 3 games in, yeah?
Bro, we're 3 games in. Hold on. We're 3 games in. Guys, we're 3 games in, okay?
A win's a win.
You've lost to us. You've lost to Grimsby, yeah? You drew to Fulham and you struggled to beat Burnley. Allow it, bro. Please. Allow it.
Grimsby was Carabao Cup.
No, bro. No, I'm not having the energy from United fans today. I'm just not. I'm not having it.
We're in the Premier League. I'm talking about Premier League.
I'm not having it, bro.
We're talking about United section because
bro, United fans need to humble themselves for the rest of the season. You guys lost to Grimsby, bro. Don't come with this. Bro, don't come with the energy today, please. I'm annoyed as it is. Don't come with the energy today, bro. You have lost to Grimsby. Hush it for the rest of the season, please. Yeah, allow it, United fans. Say what you need to say, yeah, but don't chat.
It's only 3 games
in. I'm not here. I'm not having it. I'm not having it today, bro. No, I don't want to hear it, bro. You've lost to Grimsby, yeah. You've lost to us. You've drawn to Fulham, and you've struggled to beat Burnley. Don't chat about 3 games in, bro. And that you're 2 games behind.
So about 3 games in
because you got Chelsea and Man City next, bro. So what? Okay. 5 games in, what we're going to talk about then?
As well. Listen, relax. We'll get to United. Let John have his time. Big up John, by the way. Big win. John.
But it's only 3 games in.
Bro. Talk your shit.
I love this game. I love this game. I was sitting in a shisha bar in South London, you know, around a lot of hostile Arsenal fans. I was in no man's land, as I like to call it. Yeah. But when Dominic Szoboszlai I even said to him, this brother better not shoot. I am not gonna lie to you. I was like, this guy better not shoot. Does he know who's in goal? Does he know that David Raya is in goal? But first and foremost, before I even get onto the game, I just want to check on my humble friends. Kunle, how you doing? David, how you doing?
I'm good.
Gavin,
How are you?
How you doing? Just give me one word. I just want to know just how you feeling, guys. I'm just checking in.
I'm vexed, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm vexed.
Are you vexed?
I'm vexed. Yeah, bro. I'm vexed, man. I'm vexed.
But you
it's
were
the manner of
taking
the
it out.
defeat,
But
bro.
you were taking it out
Like
on
utter
just a minute
garbage,
ago.
bro.
Huh?
I wasn't taking nothing out of no one, bro. I'm just saying, yeah, don't come the narrative of like we're 3 games in. Yeah, we're 3 games in, but look at who you've played. Look at who we've played. And look at how you're looking, bro. Louder
Look at how you played when you played us. When you played us, we gave you a better game than any other game. We've given you out of all the teams we played this season.
And what's happened? What's happened since then?
Out of all the teams you played this season, who's the team that had you up? All right.
What's happened since then?
What does that mean, bro? What do you mean had you up?
3 games in, as you guys said.
All right, guys.
So that narrative runs for you, lot. It runs for us.
Let's talk about the game. 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 I've had my fun. Look, yeah. I think David asked me for a prediction last week, and I said 2-1 to Liverpool, right? Do you remember? I mean, like my prediction wasn't correct per se, but we won the game. Now, on the game itself, that first half, you guys, you did your thing. You had man worried. I'm not even gonna lie. Like you had a lot of the ball. I think what you weren't really doing was creating a lot of clear chances. I do think if Saka was playing, the game might have been a bit different. I do think so. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you missed Saka today. I think you even missed Odegaard. Odegaard didn't start today as well, right? He didn't start today, yeah. So I don't think you had the creativity that you necessarily needed to break. Because I think if this game is now played, say 10 games in, I think it's probably a different result. I think as well. I think on the balance of play, especially that first half, it was not. I think we had 0 touches in your box in the first half.
Correct.
That was peak. That was peak. But again, it was just reminiscence of how we've been playing since pre-season into the season. From the Palace game and the Community Shield. And the first couple of games, it's not looked good. But what I will say is that there's a level of resilience. And Nigel, I asked you this question last week. You know about this, and Cyril, you know about playing not so great, but still picking up the points. Yeah, you man have been doing this to this league for the last 20 years, 25 years. You've been doing it. You've seen this before, guys. You've seen this before. I'm just happy that we managed to pick up the 3 points. Yeah, we've got over the line. I don't really care about the performance now. If this is a performance 10 games in, 15 games in, talk to me about that. Talk to me about that. You can have your fun, have your digs, but the 3 points is what that matters right now. So roll on next week. You did well. You tried. But I don't want to hear no excuses from you guys, because I think that team was good enough to win today. Let's be honest. The team was good enough to win. You didn't. As much as the Saka would have made a difference, we was told that Madueke and the guys that you brought in have brought that quality level up. There's not now that dip in if they weren't playing, right?
Did you know?
So
what did you think? What did you think of his game?
Whose game? Of Madueke's? Of Madueke's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a decent game. Yeah, I do think he's better on the left than he is on the right. I think the way that we play allows, because I think the way that we play allows our fullbacks to be exposed. So there was going to be a lot of one-on-ones, and that's exactly what happened. A lot of one-on-ones.
In his last game, I think he switched from left to right, and it was the same. He was dead on the left. I think he's better on the right.
So?
Yeah.
Because when he was in, is it Belgium, or he played in Belgium, right, or Austria? I can't remember. Before he came to Chelsea, he was on loan. He played on the left. It was a PSV. Yeah. Sorry, Holland. Yeah, he was doing his thing on the left. He was balling out. He was going crazy. But unlucky, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry to ruin your weekend. I know you had faith. I know a lot of Arsenal fans were thinking we can do a job here, but there's something that you're missing. That spark, that source.
A manager that wants to go for it.
But hold on, wait. But you can't. I won't say it's the source, that spark. A lot of us thought we could go there, but a lot of us also questioned what is Arteta going to do. because he's the one who affects the team. And I don't know if you saw the message in the group. When I saw the lineup, the first thing I said is, why are 2 10s on the bench? Because straight away, you've already, and David's doing the same, Gavin, not as much, but he agrees. It's not about the team. This is Arteta, because we all believe we have the squad to go far and win things. But Arteta is, at the end of the day, is the one who has control. And that's where the question mark is.
I don't disagree at all, Kunle. Like I said it before, like early in the window, and I think before we even signed Gyökeres and all the rest of it. If he don't win the league this season, he's not the guy. Unfortunately, I think Edu brought us to a certain place, and obviously Bert doing his thing now. And I think it could be the same for Arteta. If he has all these tools in his toolbox and he don't win the league for us or the Champions League, then we need to move on to someone. I don't know who that will be, but we need to get another manager in that will complete the job.
Look,
that's where
let me give you your flowers, yeah. Like you guys played well, and I think it's one of those ones. I mean, this is my football head on now, yeah. Forget all the rivalry. My football head's on now, yeah. You guys played well. You played. That's the first time Arsenal have come to Anfield and really balled out on us in a long time. Really balled out. Like I've seen.
What I think the issue is, and the reason why Dave and Kunle, and even I'm frustrated. Them two are pissed. Like they're more pissed off than I am. But it's that final third, where we don't have the spark. But not even we didn't use the spark. Last season before, it could be argued that we didn't have the spark. But we have it now. We have Eze. Odegaard come on, and he's meant to be unlocked by Zubi, but you're leaving him on the bench for whatever reason. It was too late. He should have come on at half time, or he shouldn't have been on the bench. We've got Ranieri sat there, but you put on the kid. Like, these are the things that it's on Arteta. You can't defend him. But what we don't do around here is celebrate losses. We don't come on here talking about we were the better team and we should have won, and if this and if that and if that, and dead teams do that. You know what I'm saying? Like them teams that battle with we're here to win the league, and that's what we're on. We're pissed. Went to Anfield and come out pissed because we probably were in a position where we could have took you out. Not many teams. There's one particular team I want to see go Anfield and see what happens. That's what I'm saying right now. Yeah,
and I think it's one of those things where, like, look, no one's going to go the season unbeaten again. I don't think that's going to happen for a very, 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 very long time. So you losing today doesn't necessarily have a bearing. Huh?
It's August.
Yeah, bro. There's a long way to. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? You know, there is a long way to go. So what I was going to say is there are a lot of positives Arsenal fans can take away from the game. Yes. And I understand all that matters is the result. It is the 3 points. And that's because obviously they're going to look back and, if we only went to Anfield and done the job, got the 1-1 or equal or whatever, you know. But it's 3 games in, there's a long way to go. So I think you don't have much to be, in my opinion, that upset about, if I'm honest. That's my football head talking, by the way. But as far as I'm concerned, we dunked on your asses.
Nigel, man, it's half an hour in. You've not said a word, man. Give us your thoughts, man.
Because I'm just listening to everything I'm hearing, and I've got to be honest, I'm perplexed. Because when we played you, not to take it back, I will get back to the game, but when we played you and we absolutely beat you off the park, and then literally our goalkeeper threw the ball in the net, and then everyone's saying basically you can't chat, and it doesn't matter, and you got 0 points, and then we started amazing against Fulham, and then we ended up drawing 1-1. But it all came down to the end of the result. Nobody was saying, it's only 3 games in. It's only August. They were saying, Aaron's clueless. He doesn't know what he's doing, right? That's what I was hearing, and I just find it really interesting that I'm hearing Arsenal fans saying, we went to Liverpool, we bossed the first half, we bossed it. I can't really remember a save that Alisson made.
We didn't say that.
Who said that?
We didn't say that.
Who said that? I've said that.
And I'm saying people okay, but here everyone seems to be okay. Let's talk about everyone here. All right, is that we did well. Madueke played well. I don't remember him having a shot. I know he had a reflective one that went over the bar and stuff like this, but you're talking about winning the title. Like, that's just not good enough. And I'm surprised that no one here has mentioned anything about Martinelli and I thought he was dog shit. So if you excuse the language, and you bought
Thank you,
an amazing player in Eze, and you waited till the 70th minute to bring him on. Everything I saw in this game said to me, don't lose. Before the game, everybody was telling me that we haven't lost, Arsenal hasn't lost against the top 6 in 26 games and stuff like that. You know, when you got that kind of record behind you, you should be fearless and come on now. Don't get me wrong. I thought there was some fantastic performances, but every performance I'm going to tell you about is a defender. Now, we already know that you got the best defense in the league. This should not surprise anyone. This should not surprise anyone, okay? The only attacking threat I saw from you was set pieces. Now, you guys get offended when people call you stoking that, but that's literally all I saw. And I was just like, what's going on here? What is going on here? How are Arsenal fans accepting this? You spent nearly £300 million, and even though you guys were saying we had attacking players on the bench and Odegaard, I don't know if you remember the specific part in the game. Odegaard was in the center, just outside the 18-yard box. All he had to do was take a shot, lick it, and he was for sure going to score. And I was like, no, God, no. And then he tried to pass it in. Do you remember Alexander Heleb? He was the kind of footballer that would dribble across the goal line and not put it in. That's what I saw today. And if you're telling me the only team I saw here that will possibly win the league actually was Liverpool. That was the definition of not playing well. You had Calafiori was amazing, had Salah in his back pocket, Etikite. At some point we have to speak about Wirtz, right? Because if you guys have had so much to say about a lot of Man United players, we got to have a conversation about Wirtz at some point. But I'm going to leave it for now. Madueke had Kirkes. That was the best performance I've seen in a long time for Madueke, even in the Chelsea shirt. In the last podcast that we had when they played Newcastle, we said this guy was a weakling, and you guys targeted him. You kept playing him in. You hardly saw the left side because you had a game plan, and I thought that plan was working fantastically. I think Arteta, as well as a lot of Arsenal fans, got all caught up in the hype with Dalman. I couldn't believe it when you brought him on. I thought, either this guy doesn't know football, he has a mad disrespect for Liverpool and a mad disrespect for the league. If you think you're going to bring a 15-year-old on, as bad as Kirkes was playing, and he's going to lead you to victory, then you're a cuckoo, all of you, right? No, mad. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And I know if Amorim made that same decision, you know that YouTube will be going crazy calling for his head, right? I saw Sunday Supplement this morning, and all it was about Amorim, and he can't even watch penalty shootouts and blah, blah, blah. Doesn't know what he's doing. This guy brought a 15-year-old on. You guys are telling me August is early. There was a couple of seasons ago, didn't you lose the league by like a point or two? These games matter. Right? You can't just throw 3 points away for Liverpool, who, by the way, I told you that Konate soon will get his head together. There was a much better performance by him today. And what you guys are doing, the way you guys are saying, oh, it's early August, wait till Liverpool get their mojo on, right? Wait till Etikite and all the man get used to the league, and when they buy Isaac, and then you're going to see. And then they'll be far gone. You cannot afford to, if you're looking for the title, you cannot afford to lose games like that. You cannot afford to take the piss and bring a 15-year-old. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. For me, that was a sackable offense, but I'm just here.
I can't even argue with anything you said, bruv. Because look, man, I said what I said.
I mean, there were a few outlandish claims that Arsenal fans said this, and Arsenal fans did that.
Okay, let's discuss some of this. Let's discuss, because I remember when Man United played Arsenal off the park. I remember that, and I remember coming on and speaking to you. You weren't here, but I remember speaking to the rest of them, and basically everyone just told me the result that matters. Doesn't matter. You did this, you did that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's all I basically heard. That was what I took away.
Yeah, but no one here actually said that. But no one said we played well. It was actually the Liverpool who said we played well.
Had all the possession. Did anyone see anything from open play? Please tell me if you did.
The Liverpool fan is the one who said we played well. The Liverpool fan said we played well, not the Arsenal fans.
Oh, none of the Arsenal fans. Okay. Then you guys should all be pissed, because I'm hearing everyone saying I'm not as upset as David is. Then I'll be absolutely fuming, because literally the team that Newcastle scored 2 goals against 10 men. That scored 2 goals against that. And I love the way David said, by the skin of the teeth, we beat Burnley. By the skin of the teeth, Liverpool beat Newcastle, 10-man Newcastle. But no, I didn't hear that narrative.
Okay. Nigel.
Are you pissed? Nigel, are you pissed? Are you pissed? Are you pissed by today's result? Are you pissed by today's result?
No, I think it's good. No. For the sake of this podcast, I think it's actually great that we're just 2 points behind you for all the headlines that we've had.
Rage! You said 2 points ahead of us.
See this 2 points behind us talk. I heard that last season from you lot, and we all know how that ended. So please,
but as of today, but then we can speak next week. But as of this podcast right now, from all that I've heard, and then I heard all this. What's the Tottenham manager's name? Because also last week he was getting whole people praise. Yeah, Thomas Frank lost. Did anyone hear anything about Tottenham losing? Because I didn't. Right. But I know, I understand what supporting this club. I understand what it comes with, right? I do get it. I get everything is blown out of proportion. I get everything's blown out of proportion, and that no one looks at critically and then says, you know what, that our goalkeeper has literally picked the ball and thrown in the back of the net. Everyone just, refuses to accept that and just wants to focus on everything else. Yeah,
Can I ask you a question? You see, your goalkeeper, he's on your team. So if your goalkeeper throws the ball in your net, we're going to critique you because it's part. You see how you're critiquing Arsenal and saying,
you are completely right. That's why we should also critique the fact you brought a 15-year-old in a championship defender. But I didn't hear any of you say that. Did you? Is it just me? I didn't hear that.
Gavin did.
I didn't hear anyone going to town. I didn't hear anyone going to town.
Gavin did. Whatever his name is. But here's my thing, though.
That was like exactly what I said. Like, I wish I wore black trainers to the white trainers today. That's how it sounded to me. Right? I didn't hear we are going for the title. What the hell is this man doing, bringing a 15-year-old, right, against the Premier League champion?
3 games in. That's why.
The team's got the comment face. Stay on the year.
3 games in. It's only August. Remember?
But that's what we were saying, right? But that got flushed down the toilet.
Right? No way. So no way. Honestly, no way. Do you know why? When you lot say it, it's different.
It doesn't matter.
Because no, it does matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, but it doesn't matter.
Same competition, same game. It's a new season. Can't tell me guys. No, sorry, no.
There's a difference.
Not hearing it. No.
I really want to hear. I want to hear what the difference is.
Run that. If you say it's 3 games in for you, it's 3 games in for us.
No, it's not. It's not the same.
No, it's not. It is. It is.
No. Let's see why the difference is.
You don't.
There's no. You're not. I'm not allowing you.
Let's say Gavin.
No, bro. Because you might do that all the time. You are running whatever narrative you want to run because it's Arsenal. No, it's 3 games in for every team. For every team.
No, it's not. Here's the difference. We're 3 games in, and we've come from finish second 3 times in a row. You lot come from finish. Hang on, let me finish. You lot come from finishing 15th last season. Your manager has won how many games in 30? Was yesterday the 2nd, or the 8th? 8th game in 30. No games back to back. Yeah, that's the difference, bro. Burnley, Grimsby. You not lost Grimsby the other. That's the difference, bro. Because we're just saying to you, what happened last season, just continuing. So this 3 games in is different. I've heard your own fans say the same. Our 3 games, your 3 games are different.
You're right.
Because no one ain't seeing Man United change. I said this to you at the beginning. Nothing's changing. What did I say? I said, hang on, what did I say? You can watch it back. It's on YouTube. I said, what's going to happen is you're going to have a shit start, and then what's going to happen? Fans are going to turn on the manager. And what started happening this week? Search Amarin on Twitter right now. It's happening. That's the difference, bro. Arsenal aren't Man United. You're not.
Twitter's the barometer, because if Twitter's the barometer, when I made my statement earlier, you guys said who here said that, but then so let's be equal here.
Because you started off by saying you've been sat here listening and you're perplexed because Arsenal fans are saying this. If you said I'm just and I'm perplexed, then cool. But you talking about this conversation here. That's why it was like, what are you talking about? No one said nothing like that. So
okay, then let's not. Okay, so just for equality purposes, let's not bring in Twitter, right? Let's just focus on today and a lot of the things that you're mentioning.
Hang on, sorry to cut you. Then if we're moving Twitter, ask Cyril what he's been saying about Amarin. I'll leave. You press
Cyril?
the mute button. Speak up. What have you been saying about Amarin? You said
Yo,
I think United fans will turn on him. Well, let's not talk about Twitter. Let's talk about United fans here. What do you think about Amarin recently? What were you saying in the group in the week?
Me.
There's no other Cyril here, bro.
No, it's not. So I didn't know. The thing is, my signal was going off. So what are you saying?
What were your recent thoughts on Amarin? Get my phone and read them out to you if you want. Go ahead.
Get them out and read them out. Please. Please, what does it say? It says that if he's in, he's in. If he's out, he's out. All I care about is United winning games. Okay? So have you seen me say Amarim in or Amarim out? Can you hear me?
No. You've been supporting him. You haven't turned your back on him. You've been supporting him. It's cool. Nothing.
So I've not turned my back on nothing. What I've said is I want to see us win games. And whether it's going to be him or somebody else, I don't really care. But my thing is this, Gav. So you've said your point. Let me make my point. Right? It's a brand new season. Okay? You can say about, chat about how it's the same old United and whatever. We can arguably say that if we got some of those shots on target, shots that gone in, the games would have looked different. When I'll send a stat later on, okay, where in the first games that we've actually played so far, the rankings of expected goals, shots on target, touches in opposition box, big chances, United look completely different to last season. It's not the same way. If we'd got more goals in, like we said, first half of Fulham game, of the Burnley game should have been 3-0 up. Okay? So the point of what I'm saying to you is you trying to say, red. It's 3 games in.
Wait,
if you're saying it's 3 games in, I can see
what they're
3 games
doing. You see what they're doing? They're trying to change the narrative. Today we're talking about Liverpool v Arsenal. Wait, let's just get back to Liverpool v Arsenal. We've got plenty of time. We've got a whole international break. We can go back into that. But today, let's talk about Liverpool v Arsenal. Let's first of all congratulate Liverpool on their sensational victory. One of the best wickets you're going to see this season. That was absolutely incredible. And let's just focus on Arsenal's performance today, right? And where they went well, where they didn't go well, and how they've let a free gap.
I think with Arsenal, everyone, whether it's Arsenal fans or football fans, we can all say it was Arteta. This game was Arteta. He decided the game, and that's what we can say. All in all, Arsenal did play decent, but Liverpool have been playing the way they've been playing and still coming out, like with games. I think, Newcastle gave Liverpool a better run than Arsenal did. Obviously, it was at home, it was at Newcastle, so fair enough. There's going to be that advantage there, as well. But at the same time, Arsenal, the only real game that they've shown real quality or decency or whatever was against Leeds. But no one's actually talking about that.
Did you say Leeds?
Because it was expected. Like when we played the promoted side, we smashed them 5-0. You go toe to toe with them.
When you played United, what happened then, bro?
We won.
Sorry, what?
We won.
We won.
We won.
Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Again, don't let him move. Wait. Don't let him move away from the.
I'm not moving goalposts. Wait.
You are because even the way you said that comment,
we're not. When we play promoted sides, at home, we smash them 5-0. You go toe to toe and then get a dodgy VAR decision and then win 3-2. We are not the same. They not like
but
us.
How many points did we both get from that promoted team? Just answer that question for me.
But we were talking about the performance. Bro. You men are crazy. Cyril was talking about performance.
Wait, if you're talking about that performance, did you hear Scott? Oh, wait, do you know? Forget that. We're not professionals.
Moving on again.
Wait. No, wait.
Go on.
Did you hear what Scott Parker said?
No, I didn't.
I told him.
He did.
I told him.
Right. Scott Parker himself, a professional who manages the team that we miraculously beat, said we played them off the park and we should have been way out of sight before that. So now it's just finishing, and we'll get there. It's not an issue. But
That sounds like
we got 3 points against Burnley. That's it.
So
Now let's go back to Liverpool. Let's go back to the Liverpool game because our listeners are
no. Let's not. We've spent 45 minutes talking about Liverpool. I want to talk about Man United right now.
Yeah, let's go.
No, actually,
work your way round.
No.
We've been talking about Man United.
Thank you.
You have been talking about United.
Yeah. So let's
No. Today,
I know you're upset, bro. Dave.
The major fixture of today was Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. So let's go back and critique this game.
Arsenal fans, Liverpool, they're flowers right now. That's what I need to hear.
Bro, we've applauded you and everything.
Oh, guys, Gavin, I must have missed that part of the conversation, but I didn't hear it.
Run it back.
You've won.
I didn't hear it.
We've won. Oh, is it won? You just so Van Dijk didn't.
Oh, it's all there. It's all there. It's recorded.
Van Dijk was finished. That's what I was being told. He was.
Wait, whoa. Let's not type fabrications. Who said Van Dijk was finished? Where's that come from?
Census is someone mentioned on this call last week. Van Dijk is getting older.
Is he not?
Wait,
is he not?
What? Is he not getting older? Is he still? Is he 8 prime? Is he 8 prime?
Are we going to be obtuse? Come on, guys. What you're insinuating is that because he's now older, is that therefore he can't do what he once did? But
John, let's go on what we said, not what you think we said. Go on what we said. Don't go on what you think we said or how you took it. What was said?
You're going to reference age due to the inability to doing on a normal day, right? That's the only reason why you mentioned the age in football. Correct?
Question. Have you seen Van Dijk perform better than he's been performing recently at any point in his career?
Of course.
So then the point's valid.
What? Because he's older.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Seeing as we're talking about age and durability and stuff like that, David, how do you feel right now with seeing Saliba go off with another hamstring? How many players have you had hamstring tears this season and 3 games in? We don't
know if it's a hamstring injury.
Okay. Let me just change. Just going off injured, full stop. Like, how do you feel about this, and what do you think is the cause of such demise?
It's twofold. Okay, I'm not going to go into what I think the cause is because we'll be here forever. Yeah, but it's twofold how I'm feeling. Number one. No. Hold on. Let me say. No, hold on. Number one. Okay, it's annoying. It's annoying because it's like with 3 games in and we're already having injuries mount up, right? On the flip side, we got a squad. You saw how Mosquera performed today. I'm calm. I'm calm.
Baller.
Yeah. But aren't you guys a bit concerned?
We got a squad.
What happens? Yeah, but after international break, Mosquera goes down with another hamstring tear. Aren't you guys concerned about
Nigel,
this? Like them?
Nigel, why are you? Hold on.
Genuinely asking. Why? Like, Kunle, what do you think?
All right, let me ask you a question. No, hold on, Kunle, before you answer. Kunle, hold on. Nigel, why are you so concerned with our injury when you should be concerned with how your club is performing, bro? How your manager is performing? How your manager
looks out of his head? Does everyone see?
Concern yourself with that, bro. Stop worrying about our injuries.
Wait, does everyone see this reflection here, or is it just me?
Yeah.
I asked a simple question. I'm like, the guys, are you a little bit concerned?
I'm a little bit concerned, but at the same time, that's why we have the squad that we've built. And it showed. I didn't say it's okay, but we've now prepared for these injuries because last season we didn't prepare for injuries before everyone would stay fit, and you saw how that crumbled. Mosquera came on. Did you see a difference?
Let me ask you another question. So with Ray at the back, Timber right back, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori at left back, I think we all agree that you got the best defense in the league, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, when these injuries happen and you bring on what's his name? Mosquera?
Mosquera, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and then a few more happen. Would you still say you got the best defense in the league? Because everyone says, we got a squad. I'm just asking the question. I just want to know. Because you're going for no. Because now what happens with this injury? Wait, in my opinion, in my head, what happens when you got the best of something in the league and all these injuries that seem not to matter because you got a squad? You go from having number 1 in the league to maybe number 3, number 4, and that difference to me is the difference between you winning a league or not. That's just that's why I was asking the question because
But then that could be the same for Liverpool because Konate just went off injured. So everyone's in the same boat.
Where
I'm gonna leave it to the Liverpool fans to answer that one.
Because
I know that in Gomez,
direction of the question.
I know that in Gomez, I think Gomez won the Premier League title.
Okay, cool. So going forward, let's talk.
So they already won the Champions League. What does that mean?
Oh, okay, cool.
For who?
For Liverpool.
Champions League for who?
But yeah, I'm saying, but Traore won the Champions League. The winning of the thing doesn't mean that player is like at the same level as the player he's replacing. It's still a drop of a level, and no Liverpool fan can argue that. Konate to Gomez is a drop in level. What are you going to tell me they're the same? Not much. Let's be serious now. Let's be serious. Konate.
What's the question? Saliba to Mas. What's his name again?
That's a bigger drop. Bigger drop.
Cool.
As a defensive unit, we're still better. So it won't be shown as much because in Liverpool, you leave your defenders more one-on-one.
Yeah, but that's what Gomez is good at. He's very good at one-on-one. That's why.
He ain't the same level as Ibu. Ibu's elite when it comes to one-on-one defending.
Better than Ibu. I'm saying the drop from Saliba to Masquera, is bigger than the drop from Konate.
Yeah, I don't understand that as an individual. What I'm saying is our defense is a unit. So even if you can take out one. If another one goes down, then maybe we have a problem. But if it's just one, you have the people around that will still keep it tight. The way Liverpool play, I can see we'll see how long he's out for, and then the proof, as I say, the proof will be in the pudding. Because if Saliba's out, Konate is out, we'll both see our defenses and how they perform.
Kunle, Nigel he's trying to get us on strings. I see what he's doing, yeah. I applaud your game. Look, this is when you talk about the drop off and all the rest of it. Saliba went off injured after 4 minutes against what we're going to agree the best attack in the league, and it took him a 30-yard amazing free kick from their right back to score against us. And
The
drop off against the best in the league. The drop off against the best in the league, we survived it. So your questions, the answer.
That's like okay, but you were you 0-0 when Marino, but you're 0-0 when Marino was on. So that's basically saying, was Marino on when it was 0-0? And was it? Did they make the substitution?
You're talking about Saliba and Masquera, bro. Where you going?
All I remember in the first half, you guys. Because you played better in the first half when Marino was on the pitch. So that means bringing on other guys. Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense.
You're right, Dave. Can we talk about the rest of the fixtures, please? Is there any other fixtures from the weekend? This is the weekend. Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to say. There's not a lot to say in the other fixtures. I did cover it at the start. I mean,
hello.
I'd like to focus a little bit on the
3 points.
Man United Burnley match.
What with the 3 points?
Yeah, let's talk about that. It's fine. We can talk about the game.
Your performance. Let's talk. You guys are all about the performance. So talk about your performance.
So in terms of the performance, as has been stated, and he said it just now, and I said it before. The professional who was asked about our performance, who was managing the other team, said we played them off the park, and by the end of that first half, we should have been up by 3 goals. Everybody saw that. So yes, do we need to be, obviously converting those goals? Yes, for sure. Because really and truly, like as I said already, with the stats that we're showing this season, if those goals have been converted, it would be a completely different conversation that we're actually having right now. Yeah. So yes, that part there. Now the thing is, you don't want to be like, oh, well, what about they played? No, we play when whoever's in front of you is in front of you, and at the end of the day, we were ahead. They scored, we scored, they scored, and then we then came back and actually ended up winning it. The reality of it is, at the end of the game as well, there was fight there. There was something that was there. So yes, it's not where it needs to be, but it's only 3 games in. Okay, because it's only 3 games in, as you have said,
there was more.
I'm assuming that you expect us to get better. Maybe your football knowledge will tell us we're not going to get better, and maybe your football knowledge is going to say that we're going to be the same as last season because we finished 15th last season. So this season we must be the same thing.
Look, there was way more than fact. there was way more than fight. We absolutely battered them. And all it is that our keeper helped them by throwing the ball in the back of the net, which is why I'm very happy to hear today that we're about to sign Emi Martinez. Please, God, let that happen. Right? And, you know, Emi Martinez.
Oh, yeah, please, God, let that happen.
Previous Arsenal number one. So, you know, I'm
He was never our number one.
He was never our number one. Never our number one.
How many games did he play for Arsenal? Well, however, man, he played more than one game for Arsenal. So, you know,
he was never our number one.
It's true.
How many games he played, he was never.
Because someone just told me how many games he played for Arsenal.
Like,
you know what I mean?
He's still a good keeper, though.
He was a
Thank
handful of
you. Okay, all right. Let me change it. Forget the Arsenal reference.
Okay.
He's a World Cup winner.
Change it
He's a World Cup winner. He's
What
currently the world champion, right? Did I get that right? Is he
Yes,
currently
it is.
the world champion? Oh, okay, cool.
And he
That's
was
who
even
we're about to
captain
sign.
as well off them as well.
Yeah,
at
I
some
think he
point.
saved a couple penalties. Yeah. That's who we're signing. Cool. Right. So as long as we're able to stop throwing the ball in the back of the net.
Why don't you talk about his errors? Why don't you talk about the fact that he got sent off
No, we're talking about the performance,
last
guys.
season?
Let's stick to the topic.
Exactly. We're talking about the performance.
Okay, good. So we're about to fix the fact that our keepers throw the ball in the back of the net, and you can watch as many YouTube highlight reels of Onana and that you want, and you will see what's been our biggest problem, and we're about to fix that. But today, well done to Liverpool. I love the fact that you were able to win that game. It's a blind free kick, and you know, giving that hope to Arsenal and then taking it away from them. That you know, there's no better feeling there's no better feeling than that.
Victories, Nigel. You know this as a Man United fan.
Trust me, I know.
You watch your team do dog shit for 90 minutes and win 8 big points.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but these guys were celebrating that same thing when they won against United. They were celebrating that we got the 3 points when we won against United. But then these men are talking about how Burnley went back, Burnley went back to back with us. Like that's the only thing I don't rate about you, man. It's like you will celebrate it for yourself and then for the other team. Yeah. But on the same thing, bro. You know what I'm happy about? Because no. Let me finish.
Everyone gets a bit too excited.
It's just all Arsenal fans, and you all just bomb each other.
Sometimes people get a bit too excited.
Come here and say something different.
Never stay calm. Let's everyone take their sedative. Let's relax. There's a difference between rubbish at Old Trafford against Man United and getting the points, and playing rubbish and battling with Burnley at home. There's a difference. Are you going to tell me there's no difference? I just want to know the difference. I watched the whole game. Hold on. I watched the whole game. I watched the whole game with my brother because he's in Man United.
Nigel, couldn't let speak.
And we played rubbish. Just say that again for me.
I didn't say you played rubbish. I said you went. Because I'm trying to say there's a difference between playing rubbish at Old Trafford and winning.
Oh, Kunle. Or was that me?
No, it's Kunle.
No, it's Kunle.
I think it's frozen.
Listen, that was me too.
I think that's a good point. I think that's a good point. Okay, we're nearly an hour in. I'm going to wrap up the episode here. John, I'm going to give you the last word on this because it's Liverpool's,
I really want to hear John. Let John have his last word.
John, have your last word and then we'll wrap it up, mate. What do you want to say?
Oh no, I'll be honest, David. Now I think the flow of the conversation has kind of answered the question. You know, I think the fact that we haven't even been off topic, it seems to have rattled a few fans in here, and I love to see it. You know, that's why I love this game. My guy. Let's do this again, please. Let's do this again.
Brilliant. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, John. Listen, on that note, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Viewers, gents, everyone.
Why are you happy?
I appreciate you guys joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all again on the next episode.
Trust me, we'll be back.
Live.